That's very interesting. Now, if Bitcoin is something really new to many African countries, maybe for Nigerians or another countries that have more uh, access to this technology, but for the audience who don't know what is Bitcoin, how you can resume in short terms what is Bitcoin?
Sure. Bitcoin is a permissionless money. So it allows you to access a wallet, as many wallets as you'd like, and allow you to undergo transactions to send sats, Satoshi, that's the name of the currency that's being used, to anyone in the world in a permissionless manner. So this uses public key cryptography. So the public key is used to receive Bitcoin, and while the private key is used to allow users to sign transactions. So this allows for, on the Lightning Network, almost instant settlement of your money,
Mm-hmm.
which is weeks ahead of what Swift and some of these banks can offer.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually settle for 3 or 4 weeks, sometimes longer. But with the Bitcoin network, you have a public ledger that you can verify every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, you have blocks that accumulate onto the blockchain. Within each block, you have roughly 3,000 transactions. And regarding the amount of Bitcoin on the network, that is a fixed supply. So that's unlike our current system with the dollar and some of the other currencies around the world, where they have an inflating properties because they have ever-changing supplies. So that's why you've seen the price of consumer goods go up, and we say there's an issue in inflation. But with Bitcoin, you have a fixed supply of 21 million Bitcoin, each being divisible into 100 million Satoshi. So think of that as cents to a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a smaller unit of account. And so this is kind of the new money, the new digital currency that we've seen come in the past 10 years or so, or I'm sorry, 12 years or so. And so yeah, it's a very interesting technology. We've seen some adoption in Ethiopia, and so I've been following the story since about 2020 or so. That's when I kind of fell in through my own rabbit hole. And so yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin is a new, very powerful technology. At the beginning it maybe is a little bit too complex to understand, but actually it's easy to when you disclose it. We need to read a little bit, but it's very powerful. So the next question I have for you, because you are an expert in promoting the adoption of Bitcoin, what are the main advantages of using Bitcoin in the African business environment?
Absolutely. So the main advantages is working in a permissionless network. So being able to move money without the permission of an agency or a bank or a government.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that will open so many doors for entrepreneurs and business people. And to see that medium of exchange is happening with an asset like Bitcoin that is non-inflationary. So again,
Mm-hmm.
we only have 21 million of these things. So the scarcity is always going to be there. And so that's kind of the main advantage for African entrepreneurs, business people, for them to retake or gain their wealth and their freedom for kind of monetary expression.